Good morning to all of you, and once again welcome back to my channel Steam Mechanical. In previous video I was discuss about the representation of different processes on PV diagram. In this video I will be solve a very important model question paper related to the representation of PV diagram. So let's go to the point of discussion. So let's carefully read the question. In a closed system, a gas undergoes expansion from an initial state P1 V1 to initial state P1 V1 to a final state of pressure P2 in the following different processes. So different processes is given here, and for those processes initial state is P1 V1 and the final state with pressure P2 is given, and the system is closed system. Now first process is reversible adiabatic expansion, second process reversible isothermal expansion, third process reversible polytropic expansion with n greater than gamma, fourth process reversible polytropic expansion with 1 less than n and n less than gamma. Now what we have to do, now arrange the four processes ascending order of work done. So first thing, whatever the system, it is a closed system, and the closed system undergoes expansion. Expansion means few amount of work we will be get. Now we have to arrange all these process in the ascending order based on their work done. During expansion, how much work we are getting from each and every processes, based on this one we have to arrange them in the ascending order. Means work done getting in each processes will be increasing order. Okay, and before solving the question, one thing I want to clarify that for a closed system, the area under PV diagram projected on V axis, okay, projected on V axis represent, or you can say provides the work done. Okay, so I think this one is known to all of you. For a closed system, if we represent any process on PV diagram and we project this process on V axis, then the area under this total PV diagram will be provide as the work done. Okay, so here I consider, here suppose this one is my y axis and this one is the x axis. Along x axis there is a volume and along y axis there is a pressure. Okay, now there is a state 1 P1 V1. Let I assume here the pressure P1 and here the process pressure P2. Okay, now here I am considering this is the state 1 with pressure P1 and volume V1, and represent this line basically the pressure P2. This one is nothing but your state 2 pressure. Okay, so first process there says that a reversible adiabatic expansion. Now for an adiabatic process, the index, because in previous video I told you the index of each process indirectly provide us the slope. Okay, indirectly the index of the process represent the slope. So here for reversible adiabatic expansion process, the index is nothing but your gamma. Am I right? So I draw a process which something like that. Okay, so my curve is not so proper, so please cooperate with me. Okay, So this is the my first process. Okay, so let me represent it, process 1. Next one, the reversible isothermal expansion. For a isothermal expansion process, the value of n means index is 1. So here index is gamma, and obviously gamma is greater than 1, because we know gamma value is 1.4, 1.33 or 1.67 based on the kinds of gases. So basically gamma value is greater than 1, means the slope of this curve, which represent reversible adiabatic expansion, is also more than that of the slope of the curve which will be represent the reversible isothermal expansion. Means the curve of reversible isothermal expansion will be the right side of this curve, means something here. Okay, so this one is not a straight line, this one is a curve basically. Okay, so this is my process 2. Next one is the reversible polytropic expansion, which n value is basically greater than gamma. Reversible polytropic process, n value is greater than gamma. So third process, n greater than gamma. So here n equal to 1, here n equal to gamma. If the n value is greater than gamma, means this process will be the right side of the first process or left side of the first process, because first process n equal to gamma, and this n is basically slope. So if I represent the process left side, then the slope will be more, means the n value is more. So the third process will be this left side of the first process, means reversible adiabatic expansion process. Okay, so this is my third process. Okay, this one is my third process. Now next process is your reversible polytropic expansion, where n value is greater than 1 but less than gamma. So here this process consists, the process 2 means n equal to 1, and this process, yani process 1, consists n equal to gamma. So if we consider this boundary less than gamma and greater than 1, then it will be in between this process 1 and 2. So something here you can draw it, something here you can draw it. So this is my process 4. Now here the projected on v axis, so these are basically the processes. Now if I project all the process on the v axis, then the area whatever I will be get, and this area will be represent the work done. So if I consider the process 3 process, this is nothing but your reversible polytropic expansion, then the work done is basically this area from here to here. This area is basically represent the work done by the process or during the process 3 reversible polytropic expansion, and this area is lesser than any other process. So I can represent process 3 provides the less amount of work done. Then this process is nothing but the process number 1, which is reversible adiabatic expansion. The area under this one from here to here, here to here, okay, this area, this total area from here to here, this total area provide the work done during the process 1 reversible adiabatic expansion, and so the work done will be more during this process number 1 as compared to process number 3. Then for the process number 4, the area is little bit more than that of the process number 1, means work done during this process is also more than that of the process number 1. So this one here process number 4, and the work done what we are getting during the process number 2, it is more than that of the any other process whatever we are represent in this diagram. In during this process number 2, this total area from here to here, this total area represent the work done. So means we can say the work done we are getting under the process 2 is more than that of the any other. So I think the concept is clear. If this kind of number of processes is given and in question they are told you to arrange them in ascending or descending order, so based on their state 1 and state 2 you can easily arrange them. First you have to represent the state 1 and state 2. Basically state 1 pressure and volume both will be given, but for state 2 either pressure or volume will be given. So in this question pressure is given, so I take a line which consider the constant pressure P2. In the next video I will be solve another one question where the state 2 basically represent a constant volume line. So in this video this one only. If you think the question is helpful for you and the concept also, then please like my video and share with your friends, and also subscribe the channel to get such kind of interesting video. Thank you.